DraftSociety.com presents a Premier League Draft Fantasy Podcast. Welcome to the Key Pass Collective, your exclusive source for the information, analysis, and advice you need to dominate your fantasy leagues. Come on in. We've been expecting you.
Draft heads, what is up? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us tonight on this Wednesday evening Eastern time. Although if it's a morning where you are, good morning. Make the best of the day and stuff. Welcome in. Welcome back to the KPC. My name is Joe Williams. I'll be your host for this particular episode. Of course, we are streaming live. We do this every Wednesday for the most part, Wednesdays. Normally around 5 or 5:30 p.m., depending on which one works better for the gentlemen who join me. And tonight we're going a little bit early and going to talk some transfers. So we're excited. We are going to wade through all of the deadline day chaos that happened. It was ridiculous. I mean, for any of you who followed along live, the Twitter was popping off, the Discord was popping off, the channels that the Inner Circle only channels were popping off, talking about who was going to be fantasy relevant or not. Anyway, it was crazy. So we're here to talk about those transfers today. We're here to break them down, talk about them from a fantasy lens. Real quick, if you're wondering who we are, and maybe your first time listening or second time or whatever, real quick refresher. Key Pass Collective, we are presented by the Draft Society. The DraftSociety.com is your one-stop shop for everything you need for this Draft Fantasy Premier League game. You should check it out. We've got consensus rankings. We've got waiver wire articles every single week. We've got Sleepers 11, draft statistics that are super, super intricate and in-depth, projected lineups every single week, and that's all free. And then if you want to join our Inner Circle, which is our subscriber-only section, we've got a season pass and a monthly pass. Both of those are going to get you rest of season player rankings. They're going to get you points projections, consensus rankings on international breaks, which this is one of them. So we will be coming out with consensus ranks over the next week. Trade advice that's confidential. No one in your league will see it. Set piece taker tracker, fixture difficulty tracker, our Inner Circle Discord, which is exclusive to members and has some amazing chat on there, plus some really, really incredible team leaks and lineup news. Anyway, you should just do it. And if you get the season pass, you will have the fantasy toolkit as well, which is bespoke to your Fantrax ID. It will link to your ID, and it will show you the players that are available in your specific league that we think you should pick up, that you should waiver in. It will give you trade values for your players versus other teams in your league. It will give you a projection of your team versus the team that you're facing this week and who's projected to win. There's so much in there. The fixture difficulty tracker is even built into that the toolkit. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's cut down my game week prep by I don't know, hours, honestly, especially when it comes to this week's waivers, which are going to be a nightmare. So we're here to talk you through it. So today we will talk those transfers, and after that we're actually going to get into very quickly. We're going to get into some stashes over the international break, some stashes, guys that you could potentially add who are already in the league, and guys that maybe you can add before your league mates get a chance to add them themselves. So real quick, hello to everyone. How are you? Mick Casperism, Draft Espresso, what's going on, man? Sharpie, Old Scruffy, Justin, what's going on? Lloydie LFC, hey everybody. Who am I missing? QuizKit, what's going on, dude? Bandit, hey, thanks for everybody. You guys are the best. Thanks for joining us. Really, we do appreciate it. Throw your trade questions, or sorry, not trade questions. I saw trade rapier, the sword, and I said trade questions. My bad. Throw your questions into the chat, and we will get to them as we can throughout the course of the show. get at us because we're going to be talking a lot of transfers, a lot of new guys. And if you're wondering our thoughts on them, do it. Okay, let's bring in a couple of just lovely gentlemen. Dutch Cowboy, Ryan Barnes, both of them more or less Floridian, one could say at this point.
I'm not claiming that ever. I don't care if I stay here for the rest of my life.
Dutch, do you still
Midwest,
consider
baby.
yourself? Do you still consider yourself Floridian, Dutch?
A long time ago, I tried to distance myself from it, but
Miami's not Florida, man.
no, it's not.
I mean, like Miami and Pensacola might as well be two different planets.
We're also quite far from each other. It's like almost 6 hours away. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. That is fair. I mean, yeah, that's cool. But Ryan, you're doing well. You're all set up. Got your new home. All. I mean, obviously, you're not completely unpacked yet.
Yeah, no, we hit. Shit, I guess we've been here just under a week now. Still kind of swimming in boxes, but we made it. The little guy was a champ on the flight down here,
Nice.
Which is always a question mark, but he was great. And yeah, just kind of steadily unpacking. But the big stuff's. I mean, I got the TV mounted and the internet in. Just in time for Arsenal Liverpool. So
Yes.
good stuff. The big stuff's done. The rest, yeah, I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, Justin in chat, also a Floridian. It's pretty cool.
I just,
All right.
sorry to keep on the Florida, but
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just, so the two main stories today coming out of the state were pretty indicative of where we are. The first one was that it'll be the first state to get rid of vaccine mandates, which is great when you have a young kid, of course. And the second was this 5-year-old in Jacksonville got up early in the morning, left his house without his parents knowing to go to Chick-fil-A to have breakfast. And the cops were called and hilarity ensues.
Yeah, hell yeah.
welcome to Florida.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to parent my ass off down here.
Yeah, please don't let Santi become a Florida man.
No, it'll be all right.
Yeah. I should mention also in chat with us is Gavin of former TDS fame.
Ooh, who's that?
Yeah, Gavin Wright. Absolutely.
That's familiar.
And also someone named Evan.
God, these dudes sound super familiar.
I know, they do sound super familiar. And just seeing someone like Gavin, who formerly was with TDS, I should mention that Draft Lad, our very own Draft Lad, did write a transfers article, and people should absolutely check that out. Hours and hours and hours of work went into it. It's thorough, it's extensive, it's great. So people should definitely check that out. He also gives each player out of 5 stars what he kind of predicts their fantasy value to be. So you can sort of take that against our word tonight and the things that we say and figure out who you agree with more. And maybe we'll agree on some. So I guess we'll have to see. Guys, I was going to ask you, from a fantasy lens, which team after the transfer window were you either like most frustrated with, most annoyed with, or most disappointed in?
That the transfer that did go through or didn't go through?
No, team. Like which?
Oh.
Yeah, just like generally which team? Because I can kick it off if you want. Mine is absolutely Everton. Mine is 1,000% Everton. Because what are you doing with all of these midfielders? I just don't understand.
I feel the exact opposite because I punted on KDH being
Well,
the
it's
guy.
nice for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate to be the meme of Mel Gibson talking to the bloodied Jesus Christ, but yeah, the KDH pun is looking good. KDH and Tarks is the only piece of Everton I have, which is nice.
Those are good ones to have, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
no, I totally get it. If you're an Alcaraz guy,
Ugh.
if you're Jai's been decent. Yeah, McNeil, obviously.
Yep, me
So-
too. I dropped him last
yeah,
week.
that's I forgot that's the source of your discontent.
I dropped him last week. It was but you know what? It was cathartic.
Someone pick him up?
Not yet. Waivers haven't run.
Oh, that'll be interesting, man.
Yeah.
That's
I was
cool.
I was telling Bandit in chat that I dropped him, and it was cathartic. It just felt good. It was like a nice exhale.
Yeah, I can see that. I know we've been telling you to, but I know it's super hard because any top 4 draft picks dropping 3 weeks into the season is going to be tough.
Ugh. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Any contenders for you all?
Sorry, Dush. Real quick, Brighton has been pretty frustrating. Thankfully, I was able to trade for Mintze in one of my leagues. And I figured he would be nailed on, and he has been, thankfully. But like the whole O'Reilly, Gruda, Reuter, everybody else, essentially. I mean, Matoma's been, other than the fact that he did well this past weekend because he played against me, has been pretty bad. Reuter's been super goal dependent, but we knew that.
Yep.
O'Reilly randomly has been taking penalties and like featuring the most, despite being heavily linked, and then ended up going out on a transfer on loan, which was super weird. So they've just been really odd so far. But maybe O'Reilly leaving, things will settle a little bit more with someone like Gruda stepping in. But yeah, they've been interesting to say the least.
That O'Reilly, that transfer, I still don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Why feature someone prominently if you know that they're leaving? It's really odd.
Right. And I mean,
Also Marseille.
right. Yeah. Judging on game week 1, 2, I mean, like, he's one of your best players. Like,
yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
De Zerbi's just trying to get all this. I mean, he wasn't even there when De Zerbi was there, right? He was a Hertzler sign.
I think he came right after.
Yeah. Fucking weird. You think
Yeah.
if he wanted to get his old guys back, but yeah.
Evan brings up Buonanotte. Like that's another confusing one.
Yeah,
He didn't get registered. He didn't even get registered for Champions League.
I mean, would he have started? Like, what's the point? I don't.
But he said in his interview that the reason he wanted to go to Chelsea and that he was excited about it was playing Champions League, and then they didn't even name him in the roster. It's hilarious.
Oh God,
Yeah.
Dutch, you got any frustrating clubs?
Yeah, I wrote the forecast for Villa, and I know they have, like,
Bad
some
window.
financial things going on, but
Yeah.
they needed. I mean, they're in Europa, where you got to imagine they're going to try and make it deep.
Yeah.
Based on Emery's track record in that tournament,
That's all they're going to have based on their start to the season.
I mean, they haven't scored a goal, and they didn't really do much. I mean, I like Harvey Elliott as like a signing just because, I mean, he needed to go somewhere. So that's cool. But I mean, Lindelof and Sancho as the other moves, I'm not too sure about that.
No.
And then of the promoted sides, if I'm going to put one out there, it's Sunderland just made a fun team. They brought in some people and
Sure.
yeah, they could have done nothing like Burnley and Leeds, who had pretty average windows. So I think Sunderland has done the most to try to get a good chance to stay up.
I mean,
I don't want to talk about the big teams, but
yeah. It could be weeks before we know who's actually starting for Sunderland too. Like we have.
100, I mean, Adingra already lost his spot, so
yeah, we have no idea. We just have no idea.
And that's kind of. I mean, Newcastle at the end kind of saved it. They just built depth in there, which is nice. And and then the most confusing window in terms of what's going to happen here is Forest, because they just brought in just a ton of different shit.
Yep.
I'm not sure what's going to happen in like a few months, but
I've never heard of any of these dudes.
I mean, we'll talk about some of these assets. It's like
for sure
you have to be a brave man or woman or non-gender friend to bring in a Forest asset at the moment. Like to spend fab and bring in a Forest asset confidently.
It's a waste of money until you see. I mean, even when you see, because I think they're going to be pretty bad. They just got smoked by West Ham, who, barring the last 20 minutes, they would have been certainly a candidate for this segment, and probably still will. But
I thought Wolves also didn't do enough to replace the people that kept them up last year. I'm pretty worried about for them. They'll probably still. I think West Ham maybe don't look as good, but I think Wolves could have done more.
Yeah.
Ownership there is a joke. They've never done anything other than signing Cunha.
No. All right. Well, let's get to it, guys. So we're going to start with defenders. And relax. I know anybody who's watching this live, there's a lot of names on the screen right now. The first thing I want to do, gentlemen, is just tell me who we don't need to talk about. Like, just go through some of these, and you just let me know, guys, that we're pretty comfortable saying, let's just forget about that guy. It was a signing. It's not going to be fantasy relevant. Anybody jump out to you?
Any of these guys on this page are fantasy relevant.
You don't think any of them? Okay. All right.
Yeah, none of the defenders that came in, like the end there.
Maybe Milosavljevic, if he's ends up being the second Bournemouth CB, maybe he emerges. Zinchenko scores like shit even if he plays. Piero's a good signing, but he's backup to Gabriel. None of these other guys I think are worth a damn fantasy wise.
Let me run through them really quickly. So we've got Hincapié to Arsenal. We've got Savona to Forest. Zinchenko to Forest. Donnarumma to City. So this is defenders and goalkeepers. I should have mentioned that. Milosavljevic, I believe, right? To Bournemouth. Oh, I skipped Lamens to United as well. Igor to West Ham. Gertruda to Sunderland. Lindelof to Villa. Jimenez to Bournemouth. Krejci? Ladislav Krejci? I don't know how to say that one. To Wolves, and then JD Convo to Crystal Palace. So I largely agree with you guys. There's some on here that went for a decent chunk of cash. I mean, obviously Donnarumma, and then look at somebody like JD Cambo to Palace. 26
if the Gahey thing didn't happen, I would have said he would be, because obviously at Palace defense, despite losing Gahey, would have been solid. But now I think he's probably surplus.
Yeah, I mean, the only one I maybe would have been interested in was the guy what was his name? Somebody help me out in chat. Maybe Evan, if you know. I'm just guessing this guy Evan might have an idea. But the guy that Forrest brought in, who then they immediately sent back to Botafogo, what was his name?
Oh,
yeah, not gonna.
He played in preseason.
Yeah, and they just immediately shipped him right back. They bought him.
True.
Shipped him right back. But he was a left back, and so I'm drawn to those types of players, which is why maybe Alex Jimenez for Bournemouth. I mean,
chat mentioned that he did have winger minutes for Milan.
Yeah.
I don't know his numbers. I've never watched them play, but like someone mentioned, Adam Smith did come off like a hammy issue. I don't know who came on to hit for him, but maybe he gets starts sooner than we think if Adam Smith's out.
On the downside of him is, I don't know if you've seen him at all, but he looks a lot like Garnacho.
Oh, he's got the fuckboy look?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Exactly. I'm trying to see if
I'll keep an eye on that guy. I think Bournemouth have a pretty nice run of fixtures coming up. I think like the only like super tough fixture might be Newcastle before they get to City in like November. So I'll see if that guy's good, the Alex Jimenez guy.
I've got his stats. Let me real quick here. All right.
I mean, Bournemouth have been keeping clean sheets. I mean, they got rid of all these defenders, and they have 2 straight clean sheets against. I mean, it's the Wolves and Spurs, but fuck.
22 starts in Serie A in 24-25. Looks like 1 assist.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's literally no one on this chat. The only person here that probably got picked up was Donnarumma because people know the name.
Yeah.
So the United goalkeeper probably got picked up.
Yeah, that guy could be good. He's probably going to see a lot of save opportunities, but you're not spending anything on that guy.
But he's not even going to start right away.
I don't think Onana will ever see minutes again.
Well, sure, but I think at least for the moment, Alte is doing fine. Like, he's not doing well, but he's doing fine enough to maintain that spot for a little while. I think if they'd have gone out and gotten a marquee signing, like a Donnarumma, like an Emi Martinez, sure, but they brought in a 23-year-old, and for a goalkeeper, you might as well be 16 if you're 23.
Yeah.
But that's a decent chunk of change for a goalkeeper.
True.
And Binder's terrible, so I actually think he probably starts after the international break.
I'm gonna put my money on Alte, but I wouldn't like I would understand if people wanted to bring him in. Keep in mind though that United do play City immediately after the break. So that does mean saves, but also
even more reason for him to sit.
I'm usually not one to pick up a City keeper, but Trafford has the second most saves in Fantrax right now for goalkeepers.
Oh, interesting.
Just a thought. I mean, I just looked it up right now. It's Vicario with 13, and then it's Trafford with 11. So it seems like City so far through 3 games are allowing shots that come in. So, I mean, Donnarumma is one of those players that I'm not going to pick up. I'm excited more just because he's going to be really good in like big game moments. But if City are letting in shots, I mean, maybe worth something. I don't know.
Just for a moment, spare a thought for James Trafford. Like, imagine.
You had to have known that.
Imagine
signing back for the reason you left. Like,
trust me, I don't feel bad for anybody who signs for City, but you could have gone to Newcastle, walked on water for the next decade, been recognized everywhere around the city. I mean, just it's
maybe he'll go out on loan.
He's young. He's young. He's 22.
I think it's kind of funny, but also kind of tragic. It's so silly. And also City just 2 goals. Okay, whatever. Anyway. All right. Anybody else on the defenders and goalkeepers list?
No.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, the action is really at midfield and forward. And I will mention, think back to before the season when we moved a bunch of forwards to the midfield. And one of the reasonings for doing that was, don't worry, a lot of forwards will come in. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. So we'll get to them, obviously, but let's start with midfielders. Plenty of them to go around. So Simons to Tottenham, Sancho to Villa, Pino to Palace, Garnacho to Chelsea, Elliott to Villa, Fernandez to West Ham, Buonanotte to Chelsea, the aforementioned, Uche to Crystal Palace, the Wizard, Merlin Roll to Everton, Bertrand Traore to Sunderland. Never thought I would hear that name again. Florentino Luis to Burnley, and we'll just say Magasa to West Ham United. All right. We probably need to start with, because obviously many of these players will be picked up in your leagues and should be. Who's your favorite out of this list for season-long fantasy returns?
I mean, it's got to be Xavi, but I think taking him out of the conversation makes it a bit more interesting.
Okay. Because I would agree.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's the odds-on favorite for not only this list but just in general. I mean, I like Pino and Fernandez out of this. I think Fernandez is just a really good player, and I think he has the opportunity to, if he gets sets, to do some damage and really cheap on the wire given everybody else. So, yeah, those two I'm excited about, and I'm glad I got them both in one league.
Yeah, I mean, Fernandez ghosted 7.5, and he got to start immediately, which tells you everything you need to know about him.
My only concern is, wasn't he sort of like kind of behind Paquetá?
He was like in the, I don't want to say left wing, but like kind of left center-ish mid. Weird spot, not where I thought he would be.
Right. Brett, that worries me just a little bit, especially because Paquetá didn't go anywhere and we thought he was going to.
Yeah, it would have been better for Fernandez, I
For
think,
sure.
if he did. However, Paquetá staying makes them a better team, so maybe indirectly some more attacking returns. But
yeah.
I mean, I think it's actually a good sign that shows kind of his versatility and Potter's desire to just kind of shoehorn him into the team wherever he may be. I mean, they spent a good chunk of change, so that made me feel better about his prospects of playing a lot. So I again, value for money, depending on how much he went for. I got him for pretty much cheap, given everybody that came in. I think he might be the pick of the litter. And yeah, as we mentioned, Pino's got skills as well, and the injuries at Palace, he could do some damage as well. But the injuries make Palace a much worse team, and given that and
they lost
Katie controversy, I mean, yeah, it could be a rough couple weeks for them.
Pino looked good, and I think he had like 20-something minutes. He looked good in that.
Yeah,
in the short minutes he got.
Supposedly injured already. Did you mention that?
Yeah, he left the Spanish squad with an ankle
discomfort. Doesn't sound that.
No, it's probably nothing.
Is that what it was? Discomfort?
Yeah, it's an ankle discomfort.
Yeah, it's probably not much. I like a couple guys here, Garnacho and Elliott. I think Elliott more than Garnacho.
I was gonna say
Elliott get minutes. I think he should get minutes at Villa. And
he took the number 9 shirt.
I've never been sold on Elliott, man. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I mean he's scored well when he plays.
Yeah, does he?
We've seen him be pretty goal dependent, I think.
13 with a goal, like
we've seen him be pretty attacking return dependent. So that could be assists or goals, but
Villa are terrible, notoriously terrible for like those attacking spots, getting ghosts.
Yeah. I mean, well, look at Ollie Watkins. I mean,
but they need something to get him going. And I'm not saying he's going to be the guy to get him going, but they haven't scored a goal yet. And I think their next game's Everton. I mean, I don't know. Something needs to get that team going, and maybe it's going to be him.
All right. Tell me about Garnacho, because we got Prosh in chat, who is an avid Chelsea fan.
Zero competition. They don't have much depth.
Gittins?
So, yeah. I'm kidding. They have 17 million wingers.
All right. I got you.
I think it's kind of tough in some leagues to have Garnacho because he's not going to start every week. I wish I could just stream him kind of the way I did Joao Felix a couple times last year, but I think he's obviously going to get more starts than Joao Felix last year. But yeah, I mean, you're going to hold him and hope he starts like, I don't know, over under 20, like probably under, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Garnacho is borderline one of those guys where if you are like really in a tough spot in a game week, you could potentially start him off the bench.
Yeah. Also, Esteval's like kind of started balling out, so that may like kind of fuck up that winger situation, and kind of all depends what happens when Chelsea starts playing Champions League. And if they have like a softer Prem match, they might throw out Garnacho, but.
Yeah,
I wish I didn't have to like roster him, but in like especially like leagues where you have like only 5 bench spots. But
right,
he won't be on waivers.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I mean, several people in chat, thinking if he has a good start, he takes that spot in front of Gittins. Gittins still really young, but of course so is Garnacho, so hard to say. I was curious. Hold on one second. Somebody in chat said before we move on completely from Villa, Elliott and Sancho in the door. Are we holding Gasson? This is Lloyd LFC asking.
Nah, I
dropped them.
I was the biggest Gasson fan coming into the season, but I dropped him too.
I dropped them.
45 minutes, 1
all these new names. Yeah, and also they just got a bunch of people, so I think now he's just going to be a streamer. I dropped him for Reece Nelson personally, just something else to hold.
Tell you what I'm going to do.
I don't see where Reece gets in either, but I'd rather have the roster spot.
Yeah, the sub at halftime was pretty damning. I completely agree. What I'm going to do is put in waiver claims for certain players without dropping him. So like, dropping him in the actual transaction itself.
Yeah.
Whereas with other players, I'm just dropping them and then using that open spot to add any wavered players. So yeah, so if I don't get those players in, then I still have him for a week or two. But it's tough. So he's asking, would you drop Gasson or McNeil for Elliott?
Oh Jesus!
I had them both.
I think you can drop both.
Gassons. I'd probably start with Gassons, but you could drop both. Yeah, like Ryan said.
I think I would start with Elliott, or I think I would start with McNeil.
Jeez.
Gasson's going to be a slow burn if he hits.
I don't see.
I just don't have time.
Do you guys see a way back in for McNeil?
No,
I don't either.
Barring
that team looks so much.
Barring a Grealish injury.
Grealish is a boss. Like, he has been absolutely killing it, and I don't know why they would. I don't know why they would mess with a good thing. McNeil,
unless he gets hurt.
McNeil is a super sub. Like, it's great. It's fantastic.
Super sub who misses every chance he gets.
Yeah, yeah.
He's been bad even when he's been on.
Yeah, and Prosh mentions that in terms of going back to Villa, Prosh mentioned that Buendia, when he came in for Gasson, had 8 ghosts in 45 minutes, and he was much better.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, Gasson's a good player and a good signing, but yeah, I think it's just going to take a bit more time than we hoped.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Let's see. So we talked Pino, we talked Garnacho, we talked Elliott, we talked Fernandez. Anyone interested in Sancho, or do we want to talk about his prospects at all? I know we briefly glossed over him. I'm gonna let other people spend on him. I need to see it in the Premier League. I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Again, like the only reason Elliott and Sancho, I picked up Sancho in one league, is that Villa team again. Like the offense looks dreadful.
And it's dreadful.
Someone has to do something. And it's clear not the people there that are going to do it. You can't just keep rolling out like McGinn out there with, it's just not working in Daniel Mallon. So hopefully someone lights that spark, and it could be Elliott or Sancho. It could be both. So we'll see against that Everton game if like one of them starts or not, but
yeah,
I don't love it.
Yeah. I definitely don't love it. I think he's gonna play, but
he could.
Wish he was a forward too. He came in as a mid.
I mean, I've heard the
was he a forward last year?
Wasn't he?
I think he
was too at Chelsea.
Yeah, that's why I was like kind of surprised.
Weird.
He came as a forward.
Yeah, it's very team dependent. It's odd.
That Villa, what was the game? Yeah, Villa Palace. I didn't get to watch anything on Saturday. I was kayaking, so I watched all the Sunday games. And after the Arsenal game, which was incredibly boring, I'm like, let's see the Villa at Palace game. This should be more entertaining, and that was equally as boring. Just because Villa just Villa just have no. I'm not sure what they're trying to do, but they'll still make a deep run in Europa somehow. So good for them.
Yeah, God, they've been brutal. They've been absolutely brutal. I mean. So a bit of a, I guess we could wait till forwards maybe, but I'm curious your thoughts on if you're a Watkins manager, what you're thinking these days.
Just gotta hope. Hope things get better. Yeah, new signings. Yeah, are able to bet in and do something. Because it feeds on service, feeds on Villa being a good attacking side, which they're currently not. So. Yeah, I mean, you can't trade him out. You can't drop him. So, like, you just got to hold.
Yeah, I mean, I was high on the guy preseason, and I ended up not drafting him anywhere.
No, yeah.
But a big reason I was high on him was because Villa do have an opening run that's very, very favorable. I mean,
almost over.
They have Palace, Brentford, Newcastle. Didn't score a single goal. And now they have Everton, Sunderland, Fulham, Burnley, and then Spurs. So the easiest part of this first half of the season is happening, and they can't find a goal.
See, I was low on him.
Worrying.
I was low on him and let you fuckers talk me into him.
What? You're the only one that got it?
I'm pretty sure I was
Yeah.
the only one.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Well, just that schedule looked good, and I just as the transfer window
man.
went on, they weren't signing it, and I was like, shit. Like,
Where'd you get him?
Second. So it wasn't bad. I got him second. I think I was picking 7th. So I mean, by all intents or by all accounts, I mean he quote unquote fell to me at least a little bit, but yeah, it was not great.
Maybe we see against Everton, we see Ollie up front, Elliott in the 10, and then Morgan and Sancho on the wings, and shit gets going, and then we're all just like, fuck.
My first pick in that league was Eze. So it's been a fun beginning of the season. Somehow I'm 2-0, or somehow I'm 2-1. Yeah,
it's gonna get better.
Pretty crazy. All right, cool. So, do we want to talk about Buonanotte?
No one else should be rostered in this list.
I'm curious. I will watch Uche just to see what happens. I don't know that I'm gonna I'm gonna waiver him in, but I'm interested in just watching to see how he's used. Maybe see if he has a couple of games and potentially ghosts a little bit. Yeah, I think he could be decent as an attacking mid, because he's actually a mid/forward, which it's funny because his main usage has actually been at striker. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens with him.
Dude, he was playing in like 4th division or 3rd division Spain 2 years ago.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Well, what did he do? What did he do last year? Let's see.
4 goals.
4 goals.
I don't know how many assists.
How many starts?
33 appearances.
Okay.
I don't know how many starts that is. I'm on Wikipedia.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, he may get called up sooner than we think, because if Sarr's hurt for this, I mean, what's he got? Like a grade 2 hamstring, so like probably like a month or 2. And I mean, Pino will start behind Mateta, probably Kamada. But Kamada's like okay, maybe they just throw Uche out. Maybe SA starts getting minutes. Tebany's there. I don't know. But they might need. Will Hughes will probably start for Tipo Wharton, who's out for a while too. Might put Kamada there. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he gets started sooner than we think, but I'm gonna wait and see. You don't have to roster him.
No. Yeah, you're right. 4 goals, 6 assists, 33 appearances. Yeah, you're right. Interesting. Okay. It's not bad by any means. There's some potential there, because he only had 3 starts, I want to say. And in those 3 starts, he had a goal and an assist. So, okay. Yeah, like you said, I don't think anybody needs to go out and spend fab on him.
No.
But it's interesting. Maybe one to watch. Anybody interested in the Wizard?
Who's the Wizard?
Merlin.
Merlin.
Yeah.
That German that Everton got? Yeah. No, I'm good.
Yeah, no. Same.
Yeah.
I like Everton. Everton kind of
love the name.
I'm pumped that they did something, which is going to be enough to keep them up, which
they did a lot, just all in the midfield. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, maybe a 9.
Yeah.
Stable 9 would have been nice, or like a right back, isn't that what all the Everton fans are always asking for?
Right. Yeah. Which, speaking of, just quickly, did you all before the season, I had no idea that Mikolenko's injury was this bad. I didn't think it was going to be like weeks and weeks and weeks.
How long is he out for?
He's back though, right? He started over the weekend.
Did he start? I thought he was still. How did he do?
Pretty sure he started. He did poorly.
Oh, okay. Yep, 3.25.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so he is back. Good. But either way, I didn't realize he was going to miss multiple weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Maybe a buy low. Villa, Liverpool, West Ham, Palace, City. Never mind.
Mixed bag.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. So, anybody else on this? Bertrand Traore, Florentino Luis, Sungutu, Magasa, mostly center defensive mids, and Bertrand Traore is 47 years old.
Yeah, I love Bertrand Traore, but no.
He's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
Where was he? Where was that guy?
Villa.
No, but like before he was at Ajax. Okay.
He was? Was he playing?
Was he really? Wait, no way. Let me see this.
All right, hold on. I'm on it.
Was it Ajax?
Dang.
Oh, see, this is this is why I was confused because he went to Villarreal,
Turkey, right?
for a season. He was in Villarreal for like half a season, it looks like, or something. And he was also in
Turkey. Like Trabzonspor.
Istanbul Basaksehir.
BB, yeah.
Honestly, that tracks for him. At this point in his career, that checks out.
Yeah, it's weird he's back. He's peaking now.
Yeah.
Sick. Look at the start, but
I like it. I just like that he's back. I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's a classic right there.
We're probably gonna see those. We're probably gonna see the front line of Sunderland change all season. So
I was thinking the same thing, and it might even be matchup dependent, different strategic approaches to the game.
Yeah, the luxury.
I know, right? And I mean, we'll see. They've been impressive so far. So let's see. Sharpie saying West Ham fan of mine says Magasa will start and probably take JWP's spot.
I totally agree. I think phasing out JWP is absolutely on the cards because, yeah, I mean, I think they got rid of Alvarez and they're playing JWP because he's a warm body. But now that they have Magasa, I think he'll slot in, and I think that helps Fernandez.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but Alvarez didn't score well, so you do not have to roster this guy, Magasa.
Right. Alvarez didn't score well. JWP didn't score well. So I don't think that's anybody you need to pick up right away.
JWP ghosted. I was playing him this week, and I think all his points were from corners. I think he got like 8 ghosts just off corners. He was just flinging the ball to Fulkrug and just got key passes.
Interesting. Yeah, he sure did, didn't he?
I was getting worried for a second. I was like, Jesus.
I mean, but yeah, that's not going to happen.
No.
Every match. Yeah, Fulkrug's an interesting one. I mean, I wonder what's going to happen there. He's been.
Well, who gets, now that I'm thinking about it, so he was taking all the corners against a Force. So if this guy replaces Ward-Prowse, the sets go to Mateos or to Paqueta.
Right.
I don't remember who was taking sets for Southampton last season.
Same.
Fernandez.
Was he really?
Fernandez?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe he. Yeah.
Don't you listen to me? Banging on about it for a week.
100%.
Evan said he even got one last week near the end of the match.
Yeah, good snag if you got him. Some people got him for free. Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Even he's an interesting one because a lot of these big name guys are going to go for a lot of money. I mean, we should at this point we should now revisit Xavi Simon because he's going for 100 in many leagues.
At least 100 he will go for in most leagues.
Yeah.
128 and 118 in my leagues.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anybody with like over 100 is just spunking it all on him.
I hope he does well. I mean, he's a good player and he'll start at Spurs. But,
yeah, get it out of the way. So, like, if you have the first waiver priority, you're using it on him.
Yes.
Okay. And if you have a whole bunch of fab saved up, if you're the fab leader in your league, are you pretty comfortable just spend it all?
Yeah, I mean, I like to save fab, but like you can't take it with you. So like if it's between risking not getting him and spunking it all, then yeah, be strategic. But I think he's worth the investment.
He's got to be up there for one of their most expensive signings, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Look it up.
He is the most expensive signing. He is their record signing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, listen, like with him and Kudu's up there, Koulibaly if he starts, it's an exciting front line if they can click.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk Koulibaly in a second. That's an interesting one.
True.
All right. Move on to forwards.
Yep.
I just looked up Spurs transfers.
And
I don't know. Richarlison's here for like 60 mil, and Dumbella's here. I don't know.
yeah. Richarlison 58,
Davinson
Ndombele,
Sanchez
62. Yeah.
The post Bale spending spree must be up there.
Dude.
Soldado,
Ella.
Yeah, all them.
Fuck, dude.
Yep. Lo Celso.
Yeah.
Man, that's pretty wild. Richarlison was a bargain, Draft Espresso saying.
I wish. I'm always happy when Richarlison does well. I'm not going to lie, man. I actually like the player.
Yeah, for sure. He was a bargain in your draft league, my man, but he was not a bargain in real life.
No.
All right. Let's talk forwards. Okay. Let me just run through them. I know some of these are inter-league transfers, so they're not going to be available in your league. Obviously, nobody who drafted Isak had dropped him, I sure hope, 3 weeks into the season. So, Isak goes to Liverpool. We got Wissa to Newcastle. Voldemade to Newcastle as well. Kolomwani, we just mentioned, to Tottenham. Chukwueze to Fulham, which is an interesting one, as well as Kevin to Fulham. Reece Nelson to Brentford. Delaney Bakwa to Nottingham Forest. Brian Broby, which just I love that. It just sounds like something straight out of Peaky Blinders. Like it's fantastic. Brian Broby to Sunderland. Tolu Arokadare to Wolves, and Jonah Kusi Asare to Fulham. Okay, are there any you guys want to just get rid of completely, not fantasy relevant, not worth picking up?
Bakwa. So I don't know who that is.
Who? Bakwa?
I don't know who that is.
No, that's fair. And we just talked about Forrest having
37 million?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened, dude? That's how much like Higuain cost when I was like a kid. Like when he went to Madrid, it was like 30 million. It was like, whoa. I don't know who Kusi Asari is either. The other
he's an 18-year-old loan, so like we could probably get rid of him.
Yeah. Everyone else, Chuke maybe. I don't know. I can't tell if I like Kevin or Chuke more, but that's probably we can talk about everyone else probably.
I hope I'm not picking him up, but I'm keeping an eye on Tolu.
Yes.
Strand Larson injury. Tolu's going to get his opportunities. Wolves' schedule is decent after a couple of weeks, so if he can hit the ground running, which he won't, keep an eye on him.
Yeah, honestly, I don't mind it. His numbers were pretty decent, right? In terms of
ton of goals.
Yeah, the Belgian league is. I mean, you gotta put a
ton of goals, tons of
liter
goals.
of salt.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you do.
But monitoring.
Sure. Let's see. We have this handy thing, and if anybody from TDS is still in chat, they can weigh in. We have this handy thing where it translates points from other leagues into Fantrax points, and if this is to be believed, Tolu would have been scoring 14.4 points per start with 8.3 ghosts.
But it's Belgium.
Right.
I see you, Tolu.
Just like, he's a big dude. He's 6'6".
So 30 games played, 28 games started, 17 goals, 5 assists. Damn. Again, I understand.
It's Wolves, and
it's
he's
Belgium.
He's not a starter, and it's Belgium.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even roster him.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, he might just be a wait and see, you know.
Skipping the big guys for a little bit more.
Yeah.
I guess Robbie, just, Sunderland forwards. Who knows who's going to start every week? I wouldn't roster him, but I'm just curious to see if whoever gets starts. I think it's going to be. I think Isidore, for example, gets us the start next week over Mayenda.
Yeah.
And Mayenda hasn't looked like he can adjust to the Prem, and if Isidore can't do it either, maybe Robbie starts getting starts. Who knows?
I just think Broadway's going to be the same exact thing that you're getting from Isidore. Maybe not the same, maybe not the same player, but or the same type of player, but the same goal dependence. 22 games started, 30 games played, 4 goals, 3 assists. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't have any interest in that. Like not even a little.
Forwards.
Yeah. Reese Nelson.
Where does he start?
Exactly.
It's gonna be depth again. Shada, Dango, Igor are gonna be the front three. He'll provide depth, and he's an impact sub. But barring an injury to one of those three, I just don't see how he gets consistent starts. Lovely guy.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think you're right. I don't, and even if it is, it's not going to be soon. I don't think that he gets his shot. Like that, this team is.
Yeah, he's not worth picking up right now.
Yeah. All right, so that leaves us with, if you want to call them the big boys. Let's talk the 2 Fulham guys quick. So Kevin and Chukwueze. What do you guys make of them? I mean, Kevin coming in with some, I guess, a little bit of notoriety, like with at least, some name recognition, I think, for people who have followed him to a certain extent. 42 mil, nothing to sniff at.
Yeah, apparently he's a dribbly boy. He's a left winger. I don't know anything more about it. I had never heard of him before this, but yeah, maybe there was talk of if he fits in, it would have to be a Wobie kind of shifting into like the midfield position where he was playing at some points last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen, but I guess 42 mil, maybe it will.
They have so many wingers now. I think it has to.
So many. So many wingers.
So weird seeing them constantly linked with Reese Nelson and all of these other wingers when you think that's the one position that they're actually pretty stocked in. Yeah, I mean, I think he might.
I'd rather roster Kevin than Chuke.
The problem is Kevin's going to fetch a fair amount of money, and I just don't.
Correct.
I don't have the confidence in it, so like I'd rather invest elsewhere.
Kevin's numbers translated: 12.7 points per start, 10 ghosts per start, 24 games played, 21 games started, 6 goals, 2 assists.
In Ukraine. The season, the place where like Mudryk was a savage, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, true. But he does appear to like to, contribute in other ways.
I'm into the idea of a Wobie shifting in and other wingers getting a shot because I don't think Joshua King's going to be like a permanent thing there. So, and then we also I don't think he's going to be there either. So I think one of these two could be relevant, but I would only roster Kevin, and even then it's like, eh.
Yeah, fair.
Chuke is good though. When he was at Villarreal, he was nasty.
Evan mentions that points per start are actually from UCL.
Yeah, Mudryk was nasty in UCL too. No, I mean, yeah, he could be really good. We'll see.
I like him. I mean, I don't know that I want to sell the farm for him, but I definitely like him. I think he could be decent. Fulham, they need a little bit of a spark. They've gotten a bit stale. Yeah, they've gotten a bit stale, I think.
Maybe they'll just stick Traore on the right wing.
Yeah.
Bring back the glory days.
Let's do this. I love that. Okay. Nice. Let's see. Chukwueze, not as impressive in terms of those aforementioned numbers. 8 points per start. Ghosts, not great. 9 games started. 26 games played. 3 goals, 2 assists. So, yeah. I mean, I think you're right. I think I would go Kevin over Chukwueze if I had to.
Which is interesting because if we're looking at like position based, it's that right wing position that should probably get the easier path to starts. Because if you want to play on the left wing, you have to get Iwobi out of position. Versus if you want to play in the right wing, you just got to knock out like Harry Wilson or Traore out, which could be easier, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do it right away. He's never played in England. He wasn't playing well in Milan.
Right. Okay. All right. I like it. Let's see. Okay. So keep moving up the list here. I mean, obviously Isak and Wissa, they're interesting ones. They come to teams that, unfortunately during their their holdout have gotten a little bit crowded. And so I don't have any, I don't have any reservations about Isak. I'm maybe a little bit worried about what this does to Cody Gakpo's value, but I don't think that Isak is gonna be the world record transfer fee and come and not play.
No, he's gonna play up top. People saying he's gonna play left winger out of their minds.
Who, Isak? No. Hugo can play left wing if he needs to. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. Yeah, Gakpo or Nekatike owners. I think both of those guys will just get less starts. But you knew that when you were drafting either of them. Like, this was always going to happen.
Yeah, Gakpo has far exceeded your draft day expectations for him already. I might try. Would you try to acquire him potentially? I mean, he's at an all-time high, so it's going to be expensive.
Who?
If you're the Ekatike owner, would you try to acquire Gakpo?
That's a thing. He's gonna cost you a lot right now.
Yeah, because he's at his all-time high.
And especially because the person that has him might think that he's the guy, you know?
Right.
Maybe you wait a couple weeks.
See if he's benched.
They will split minutes, whether it's a 50-50 or like an 80-20. We don't know that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you wait a bit and hope Gakpo's the one that tanks in value, and then you can get him for way cheaper than right now. Which right now you're probably have to give up a lot.
Yeah, that's my thought too. Yeah.
But Isaac's playing up top. He's going to play over 30 games, hopefully, and that's it.
I mean, selfishly, I sort of hope that Slot decides to give him a few games of rest because he's not very good at doing that. And we know that Isak is pretty injury prone. But
not the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, true. But he's always got this like niggling weird thing where it's like comes out in the presser that, oh no, he's going to be fine to play. And it's like, he's always got this kind of, phantom injury.
Maybe because he's so skinny. I saw that picture of him shirtless. I didn't know he was that small.
Yeah, true.
So lanky.
Apparently it's just lanky FC now is what Liverpool is. Because no, I never knew that Hugo was that either. It's just like Gumby out there. Okay, cool. So Isak, okay, sounds good. And of course, we can have more of the Ekatike Gakpo conversation later. But yeah, I would wait for one of them to get benched for a couple weeks and then send some offers. As far as Wissa's concerned, are you all worried about him coming in and just being a super sub?
I see him as starting a lot. I mean, I'm a bit biased because I kind of got him in on a low in both leagues draft. The controversy was swirling, so I have fairly high hopes for him. I just think he fits the system to a T. Super quick, clinical, like counterattacks will be super dangerous, and I think they spent a lot of money for a 29-year-old, so Premier League proof. I think obviously Bolda is a bit more for the future. Not to say that he won't start a fair amount as well, but I would not be worried if you roster Visa. I mean, this is what we've been hoping for when we drafted him. So we're in good shape. The question that I have that I keep on going back and forth on is whether I sell the news, which is to cash in on all of the hope, potential expectations that he has right now without having to see it through, or wait for him to bang and potentially hold on to him, because at the end of the day, super goal dependent, and I just don't care for that. I think he'll be good but there'll be some weeks where he gets 0.5 if he doesn't score.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, I still think some weeks are plenty of weeks even where he doesn't start. Like if you sent me the offer right now, I think, and you wanted one of my players who was like nailed, I think I'd be too scared to do that.
I mean, the other option is like I think he'll start the next few games. So like if people are worried about that, then their concerns will be allayed by that. But no, I think
you've got
Hal's also talked about them playing together as well. So I think he can tweak the system to include 2 top forwards in the same team.
You've got Gordon out for
2 more games.
Yeah. So there's
games. So maybe they start off that way. Maybe if it gets hot, he just keeps it that way. I think if we're looking at it just who's going to start at 9, like the most games, I think I favor Wisa. Just because he was the guy that scored almost. I think did he hit 20 goals last season? I mean, if you have to start the guy that scored that many goals already in the Prem versus,
I think he had the most non-penalty goals in the league.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to bench that versus this guy that just came from Germany and didn't score as much as guys like Nkunku and Werner, who came from Germany and just didn't do anything. You know what I mean? So I'd be fine. I mean, Wolde went for like a lot of fab.
I was just gonna say, like, there's people who have spent 100 fab on Voldemade. Sure. Like, what? So it sounds like you're telling them that you're not even sure he's gonna play.
I don't think he's gonna play as. I mean, I recommend. I don't think I recommended that much to bid on him in the waiver article. He's going for 100, just because he's one of the it's like one of the only guys coming in, and if you're gonna spend your fab, you might as well. But yeah, man, I mean, I'd be worried about starts for the guy. Like I said, Wisa is the proven guy in the Prem, and they have Gordon. The preferred front 3 is gonna probably just be Gordon, Wisa, and Alanga. But that being said, they're in Champions League, and they usually make deep runs in other cups, so there'll be starts for both of them. I just think I don't think it's a 50-50. I think it might turn into more like a 65-35 situation. And whoever hit, and then maybe Walter comes in and hits the ground running, and then maybe he gets the starts. It's just you don't really know right now. But I mean, if you drafted Wisa, you were probably worried on draft day, and you're probably still a little worried, which kind of sucks. But
yeah, I mean, Wisa can play on the wing.
Not worried.
He can, but is he going to replace Gordon? Like, I don't think so.
I could see him battling a little bit with Alanga.
The guy they just bought 55. Yeah, I
mean, this is the
I just
problem.
don't know. I just don't know. And you're gonna spend a shit ton of money on Wolde.
This is why I'm super nervous about Wolde. Like, I don't think if I had the 100 fab, I'm every day of the week I'm spending it on
Simmons.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking at sometimes I think it's easier to talk about it in terms of like waiver claim rather than fab. Because fab, you can have like 150 and then it goes all haywire.
Yeah.
If you had the number 1 bid, you would spend it on Simmons, not Wolde.
I would. That's correct. Yeah. I definitely would. Draft Espresso saying Voldemade doesn't consider himself a 9, which is interesting. I've heard that about him. I heard he's like this big honking boy, but he loves to play more as like a 10. He loves to like play, like be on the ball and like take players on, which is really interesting for a guy of his size.
You see what his favorite German player?
You're 6'6", buddy. Oh yeah, he said Havertz, which is apparently what Florian said.
Oh.
Right, man. They know ball.
Yeah, that's okay.
You're 6'6", buddy. Get up top.
I mean,
maybe they do like a 4. Maybe they put 4 up front. Maybe it's like the 2 of them with. I don't know. I feel like Newcastle set in their ways with a midfield of 3, but
yeah,
a lot of ambiguity. You're holding Wisa, and if you had the number 2 claim or 3, you're holding Wolde, and just stick with it for a few weeks and deal with it.
Yeah, fair. Interesting. Bicetage fanboy always coming in with something kind of random. Plays like Kyrie Irving. Yeah.
Kyrie Irving.
No, he said what did he say earlier? He said Isaac is the Bajicic of CR7s. I don't know what that means. I agreed with him, but I don't know what it means.
It's amazing. Whatever it means it's incredible. All right. Okay, so let's talk Kolo Muani, the other major Tottenham signing. Of course, this is a loan. Is there an obligation? I can't remember.
I don't know, but I can't forgive the guy for missing that one thing against Argentina. That's all I can think about when I think of him.
Okay. The transfer, which does not include a buy option, came after Kolo Muani's successful loan spell at Juventus amid injury concerns for Tottenham striker Dominic Solanke. Thank you, AI. So no buy option. It's just this year. So this sounds
distinctly familiar, like Mathis Tell type situation. He's obviously better. I'm not as high on him as I think probably other people are.
Yeah,
I think he can float around the front three. I don't know if he'll be nailed on. To be honest, I think he'll rotate a lot. I don't know enough about his ghosting to weigh in on that. I assume kind of from seeing him play previously that he's probably goal dependent, but you guys could probably share the numbers.
There's a reason he left Paris and Juve.
And he did well at Juve, and they just couldn't afford to pay him or keep him or something. I don't know.
12.12 points per start, 6.12 ghost points per start. So that to me sounds like a player who scores a lot on maybe a better team, but then doesn't really do a whole lot aside from that. So games played 16, games started 13, 8 goals, 1 assist. So you're talking he basically needs goals.
Yeah, but he's probably gonna start over like Brennan, right? So it's probably gonna be insert striker, and then Kudus and Kolo on the wings. Like that's probably what's gonna happen, right? And then Xavi behind all three. So you should start, right? Because you started over Brennan. Sure.
I don't know.
Right? Like that's what I think. I mean, that's what I see happening immediately.
It seems that way. I mean,
I think they'll share.
It's interesting Richarlison had the game we've been warning everyone about. Like he was
never a long-term option. And Solanke's injury is apparently not as bad as initially feared, and he may be back. I don't know if he'll start right away, but he's preferred 9
for sure.
I think Kolo Muani might see that left wing start pretty soon, but
yeah, the problem is,
would you rather have him or Wolde? Like if you have like the number 2 pick, you know, if you miss out on Simmons, do you get Muani or Wolde? I honestly might lean Muani, unless you get Wolde and like try to flip him to Luis owner. I think Muani might be Wolde.
That's a great. I would love to actually hear chat weigh in on this one because
they're talking about it right now.
It's a fantastic question. Voldemade or Kolo Muani, who would you rather have?
A lot of people are going to face that issue. You know, they're going to have that number 2, or they're going to have the second most fab, and they're going to have to decide on Wolde or Muani. And until the very last hour, people were just going to go with Wolde until Muani got official, which happened in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Unless you love Pino, but I don't think Pino's worth 100.
Basically, everybody's saying Voldemade at this point. Which is interesting.
Agree.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm nervous about
Yeah, I'm nervous about. That's why I traded all my fab away when my league started getting crazy the other day because all was happening. I knew I wasn't going to get Simmons, and I was like, all right, fuck this.
All right, well, this is a good time. Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry.
I was just going to say I went cheap. I went cheaper on some of the other options because, I think Pino and Fernandez have a good chance of being up there in terms of production. And they're so much cheaper than any of these other guys. And I have a shitload of fab left for the rest of the season. So I'd much rather go there than spunk it all on Kolo Muani.
Yeah, fair.
True.
I mean, this is where there's a question that Draft Espresso asked in the chat earlier, and I saved it to come back to it now. Who is a mid and a forward you think may get largely passed over by your league mates who could pop off? Somebody you could get for 15% of your fab or less. I think it's an interesting question. So you're saying potentially Fernandez or Pino. Some
leagues will go big. It's weird. It's really
Pino won't go for that little. Fernandez might go for that little, but Pino won't. Because Pino has that like tag around him as a replacement, which will inflate his value. If it was like any other team, I bet you it wouldn't. Like if he wasn't replacing Eze, he'd be worth less. But every headline about him is like Eze replacement. So people are like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go. Even though he plays a completely different position and all this shit. But Mateos sounds like a guy you could probably get for like 15, 20%. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're somebody who buys into Elliott, you could probably get him.
Yeah, for sure. Those are like I feel like those are the two. I've been trying to think of forwards that you can get for 15 or less that might pop off. Probably Kevin, if you think he's gonna get starts. That's like the only one in that like range.
No, I think he'll go for more.
Yeah, he shouldn't, but
he shouldn't. He shouldn't, but he probably will.
He's a minion. He reminds me of Minions movie. That's what I think of. Kevin.
It reminds me of the Minions movie. Okay, fair. I just think of just like Ryan did when he sent the meme of Home Alone, and her just yelling Kevin. Thank you. Yeah. Honestly, so here's my take on this one. I think there are several of these guys that are going to make an impact in fantasy. I think there are also going to be guys right now that are on your waiver wire or who are dropped that are going to be glossed over that are going to be more valuable than any of these guys.
Yeah, like for example, Lefay.
Yep, Lefay, Brian Gruda, I think could be one. I've seen many players dropped in my leagues that I'm interested in potentially picking up. Harry Wilson dropped in certain places, like just players like that, where people are frustrated, they're dropping them, and they probably will drop them to pick up these guys. And I think there's going to be gold to be found on your waiver wires this coming week, just because people are going to drop players they're frustrated
100%.
with. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, I mean, like Lefay, I picked him up in one league. Grudas is another one that should earn at the start. I really hope he starts starting behind Reuter, ideally.
I mean, with
his two last games, and you're in that midweek against forget who they played. He looked really good, and then he came on and scored against City.
The winner versus City,
yeah.
He needs to get the start. I think he's definitely. We'll talk about him in a little bit.
With Matty gone, I mean,
that's probably why they felt comfortable enough to get rid of O'Reilly.
Then that says everything you need to know right there. I mean, if that's true, then that's.
Should I hold Sancho or Gruda? Should probably figure that out.
Gruda.
Jesus, yeah. Okay. Anyways,
that's an interesting one. Yeah, I mean, probably Gruda. I mean, here's what I would actually tell you. Like, if you were gonna have a longer conversation about this, I would say Gruda's probably the hold, but I would get something for Sancho. Like right now is the time to get something back for him. So shop him around.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So up next, boys, we got Game Week 4 stashes. So this one is we're kind of focusing on players you could add now who are going to have value after the international break, and you could just bring them in now, not have to wait for your league mates to potentially have a shot at them as well, because you're kind of a step ahead. So that's kind of what we were focusing on with these. We can talk a little bit more about these. We still got some time. We're not under the gun yet. So we can kind of chat through them a little bit. And actually, Sanjy, who couldn't be with us tonight, but he definitely did pop in the document and add a couple of his as well. So we can jump through those too. Ryan,
I need to get into this document fucking faster. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be like, I am on my phone a lot.
Yeah.
I just forget.
Yeah. It happens. It happens. All right, Ryan.
Lukic, not a sexy name, but he's been dominating all the set pieces for Fulham. Has a bit of a defensive floor. Usually gets 8 to 9 a game. So if he finally starts getting some returns, he can build on that. But solid mid-5. Good stream against Leeds, and potentially a longer term hold. And yeah, as I mentioned, isn't sexy, isn't going to stand out with any monsters yet, but yeah, averaging 8 to 9 basically a week. So good mid-5 stash there. Lefay had a lot of hype coming into the draft, given that he was their main creator in the championship and ghosted well, but didn't start the first few. Finally started this past game week. Was on penalties randomly, so got some decent ghosts and a goal. So and they won. So if he can hold on to that spot, he's a great stash. Their schedule is still pretty good for the next few weeks. Similar situation with Big Dan Ballard.
Yes.
Monsters the first couple, then he got injured. Doesn't look like it's that bad. Plus the international break will give him a bit more time to recover. So goes really well. If he's back within the next few weeks after the international break, then he's well worth the stash.
That's a great shout for a stash, because everyone's going to see him injured. No one's going to be going for him.
Yeah.
Bring him in for free or one fab. Like that's awesome. I love that.
Unfortunately, I dropped him and couldn't get him back a few weeks ago, but I've been trying to.
They've got Palace, Villa, who don't score goals, Forest, Manchester United, Wolverhampton.
Don't score goals.
Love it.
Yeah, just play it against Villa.
Yeah, Villa's a clean sheet play for sure.
Jesus.
Oh, it's gotten bad.
Yeah, the Mosquera shout is the Arsenal Mosquera, not the Wolves one. Although I'm keeping an eye out for Yerson on Wolves, given that Totti's still on a red card ban and they've been terrible. So maybe they throw in Mosquera, who goes like a madman. So
is that why he's in play? Oh, interesting.
Yeah. This is the Arsenal Mosquera. So when Saliba went down, in 30 seconds into the Liverpool game, Mosquera came straight in, looked good,
played well,
didn't score all that well. The Saliba role doesn't usually, although it's an interesting one because Saliba looks super active during games and does a lot, but it doesn't really translate fantasy point wise. So that's why I've never rostered him. But this is more of I think a wait and see how he scores, but also mostly a clean sheet play at home versus Forest. We'll see how bad the Saliba injury is. If it's really bad, Mosquera will be a good stash because the schedule turns after the next couple weeks with City and Newcastle. After that, it's mustard. So it's kind of a wait and see if you need a defender 3-4.
Yeah, I like that. Dutch, anything on those?
No, I like Lukic with the corners and Lefay until he loses that left wing spot. I mean, he scored well. And it had Mosquera on waivers as like a unconfident pickup just because he didn't score that well. But if the Saliba injuries is pretty long, then best clean sheet team in the league.
Yeah. I was really surprised to see Lefay not starting, honestly. Like in the first couple matches, I think now he will, but I found it strange that
maybe they thought he was leaving.
Yeah, and there were rumors, right?
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. And then once I got shut down, they put him in. Yeah,
that sounds about right. Huh.
Maybe.
Interesting. Okay. All right, so here are Sanjy's. He likes Somerville, which is an interesting one. Have you guys looked at his numbers from the last match? It was pretty wild. He he had 17 points in 7 minutes. is what happened with him.
Garbage time.
See his numbers last year.
I mean,
it was garbage time. Like it is like if you played fantasy football, like American fantasy football, he was garbage time points, and fours were out of it. You could stash him, but I don't. I don't trust it. But I will say they moved to a 4-2-3-1, so maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that would be my counter argument is that last year he was terrible. I was one who bought in pretty early. And rued every single minute of it. I'm not going to go back at this point.
Yeah, I'm all set. Hope it does well though.
Even in the West Ham preview, I think I slated him. I was just like, this isn't a guy for me. But maybe who knows? Who knows? Relive his championship glory days. He's also got Gruda, of course, versus Bournemouth. We've talked about him, I think, extensively at this point. 16 points in 28 minutes with the goal. I mean, obviously the 11, but then there were some ghosts as well to be had.
Yeah, talk about that guy that asked, who can I get for like minimal fab that could end up being like a top play.
Right.
If he gets the minutes. I mean, I think he started like towards the end of the season, like a couple games last season, and he was phenomenal.
Some people drafted him because of that, because they saw that, and he was kind of.
I did because I thought O'Reilly was going to leave.
Yeah.
But just too late.
It should be his position. It should be his 10 spot, and we'll see. We'll see.
Hold on. What did he do last year? All right, let's see. He ended the season. Starting several matches. So he started the last two. So against Tottenham, 9 points in 75 minutes, and those were all ghosts. 3 key passes. He also started against Liverpool in a 3-2 win, and that was 23 points in 72 minutes. He had 5 key passes and an assist and 2 shots on target.
Yes.
And 3 dribbles.
And the reason he got those starts was because he had a couple sub appearances that were very good before that. He didn't start much the rest of he didn't really play much all season until the very end.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a classic Brighton player. They need that opportunity to break out, and then once they do, it's like, they might as well have always been in the squad, because it's like, well, of course, this guy who Brighton found on the streets of fucking wherever, some,
Dusseldorf.
yeah. They're incredible like that.
No, he did. He looked really good against Oxford. I mean, it is Oxford, but then, I mean, listen, if you're looking for this is what happened last year. Comes on as a sub, does well, gets minutes against Bournemouth next week, does well.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. No, fair. Sanjy's saying pick up potentially Gomez versus Burnley. That's an interesting play. Just to see if anybody he gets benched. Do you like it?
No, because is he going to play? No.
Oh, okay. You say you don't like that one.
No.
It's based on the potential that Konate was keeps him out, but the international break could allow him to recover.
I think I
see them keeping a clean sheet against Burnley.
I don't disagree.
I honestly don't.
I don't disagree. However, I will say that I don't think he starts on Konate's form either, because he did turn it around against Arsenal. He had a pretty good game, so I'm not buying into that one. But love you, Sanjy, if you listen. All right, Mukiele versus Crystal Palace. This is an interesting one. What's he been up to? Let's see.
He ghosted well. Got to start 90 minutes, 10.75.
Yeah. And that was without a clean sheet, 10.75. No clean sheet.
Correct. He could be good for the next few weeks. Sunderland's schedule's still easy. So I think I like this pick.
Palace, Villa, Forest. So two of the three don't score goals.
How do you get his ghost? Let's see.
That's a good question.
4 tackles, 1, 9 clearances, 5 aerials. Just nice little balance.
Yep, the old school way. That's perfect.
I like that. Yeah, I like
that. Is perfect.
I like him. I like the Sunderland streams for the next few weeks until it gets ugly.
Yeah. When you say it gets ugly, what happens?
Play any team that's not the teams they're playing now. I mean, no, for real. Like they haven't played anyone. They haven't played anyone like too threatening.
Although I will say they have United, which you can argue, one way or the other. They've looked a little bit better this season, but not much. And then Wolverhampton. And then finally they're away to Chelsea.
The beginning is sick. Yeah,
we
saw it in preseason. And then they just hit like a little rough patch after that. But for now, man, stream away.
Yeah, okay, I like that. And then he mentions Tosin as well, who
Chelsea long gone.
Dude, yeah. Some Chelsea defenders they've just been.
Your Chalobah's been a fucking monster.
Chalobah,
I have him in one league. He's the number one player in fantasy, isn't he?
It's unbelievable.
It's like a return,
it's so much fun.
Clean sheet every game.
Last week against Fulham, I was like, you know what? It can't continue. Like the goal against West Ham, this can't happen again. And then he gets a fucking assist off a handball. He's like, what the fuck?
It all day.
Yeah.
Watching right now. No, I mean, I'm gonna hold him until the wheels fall off. Like you just
trying to but I don't mind keeping him either. Like he's like that. He gets around 15. The action.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he is around the action. If he's involved in a handball, like, dude.
Yeah, he's all about it. He like has random dribbles into the box. He's a fucking menace.
I'm so happy because he my home league is all Chelsea fans, and I have Enzo and Chalobah, and it just makes me really happy.
So the top 3 players in fantasy football right now are defenders.
Calafiori was up there until Liverpool, I think.
No, he still is.
December too.
Chalobah, Calafiori, LaCroix.
That's fucking wild.
They're the 3 top scorers above any forwards who scored goals, above any and then Jurrien Timber's 8.
Yeah. Timbers had the biggest score thus far, right? The 45.
Yeah, 45. Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah. But
how many weeks will it take to get to 45 from him?
Right. That was a crazy match.
A lot.
That match was absolutely ridiculous.
LaCroix's look good.
Man, he's ghost.
The Palace defenders, just like all of them, look really good.
Yeah, Richards has done well. At least last game he was really good.
Yeah, no.
And they have who do they have coming up? Oh, Sunderland, which actually may be a mixed bag now. They're scoring goals.
I think they'll still do well, but yeah, I mean, Palace have a Sunderland and then West Ham. So he's just
okay. No, yeah, roll them out for sure.
Good for them.
All right, Dutch.
Oh, geez.
Oh man.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I said before the season started that I don't think that United will be able to play Ahmad at right wing back all year. And Dallo came in, got a start against Burnley and scored 17.5 with an assist. Played a full 90. Looked energetic as he is. He gets City and Chelsea the next 2. So it's a tough to stash. I just maybe after these 2 games, although the United do play against City pretty well, but he scored well, and he's a defender. I don't know, could do worse. Isidore, I think he gets to start over Mayenda against the Palace game, and then they get West Ham. So, and Isidore came on and scored the game winner. So I'm pretty confident Isidore gets to start over Mayenda next week. Is he a hold all season? Probably not. But in this little run right now, as we were talking earlier with the defenders, I don't mind potentially streaming Isidore, especially against Palace and West Ham after that. Bradley, if he starts over Zobo, he came on as a sub the last 2 games, and it's Burnley, so maybe they allow Bradley to play a game. And I think Champions League is the week after, right? So maybe Zobo goes in the midfield or gets a rest, and they throw up Bradley against Burnley. It could be a move there, and he was probably dropped a lot in a lot of leagues.
Man, it seems like a trap.
Could be a trap, but he could start, and it's Burnley.
No, I think he'll start, but I think it's a good on paper, but ends up being a trap. But we'll see.
Diakate, he's just been scoring well. I mean, a lot of his points have come from clean sheets, but they're getting them. The defense is not as bad as maybe a lot of us thought it was going to be after they lost everyone.
Yeah.
They've gotten 2 clean sheets in a row. He's ghosted 6.7 and then 7.5. So maybe he grows into the role, gets a couple more in there. And they're playing Brighton, who looked good against City, but didn't look as good before that. So maybe an opportunity there.
I like him as just like a stream. Anytime they have a good matchup, I really like him as a stream. He looks a really good player, to be honest. I mean, Even in the Liverpool match where they unfortunately they came back and then just leaked 2 at the end, but he looked fantastic that whole match. I mean, he was impressive.
Yeah, and then Anderson is someone I think I'm going to roster soon because he's got 7, 10, and 6.75. And they've played Brighton, United, and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Which are not, he's conceded in all 3 games. So his ghosting floor right now is, I think, like 7, almost 8, without clean sheets, right? And now they have Leeds, Brentford, Villa. So that could be a good play for the next 3 weeks. And he's like almost definitely available. Yeah, put him in the waiver wire article. You can probably go pick him up right now, or get him for less than like 2 fab, if not 0.
Totally.
So I like this play. Do I think he's going to be like the scorer he was at Palace? No, because he wasn't last year. But at least for this little run right now, why not? A little defender 3.
I don't hate that. I like it. All right, Ryan. Anything on those?
No.
Nice. All right. Well, it has been amazing. Chat, you guys are fun. Thank you so much for just engaging with us on this chat about all the new transfers coming in. We had a blast talking about them and hopefully shed some light on them. I mean, our word is not the Bible, but certainly if you have any questions, as it relates to how much to spend on certain players or whatever it is, you need to get to the Discord. You just got to get to the Discord because there are knowledgeable folks on there. Many of them are in chat tonight. There are knowledgeable folks on there who will weigh in on what's your league like? Well, okay, I would probably spend this much. That's just where you need to go. So if we can help you, great. Otherwise, get on Discord, do it. It's the place to be. Community, you're amazing. We love you all. Have a wonderful international break. Maybe enjoy some NFL football. I don't know if that's your thing. But if not, just enjoy the time off. Get your mental health right. Don't have to worry about lineups, anything like that. Play a little Expedition 33. And
yes. Yes.
And just have a time of it. We'll talk to everyone soon. Love y'all. Cheers.
Yes.